to a very special edition of Inside IU Softball with Michelle Gardner. I'm Dave Leno exclusively for IUHoosiers.com. It's special in that the Hoosiers advance to the NCAA Tournament for the first time since 2006, the seventh time in this program's history. And it certainly was a joyous occasion seeing you guys up on the board in that selection show.
Oh, it was a ton of fun, and obviously we knew we would get in. I mean, our odds were pretty good, and to just sit there and hear your name called up on the board is amazing, and everyone's just real excited about it.
It certainly is a family atmosphere here at Indiana University Athletics. A lot of personnel within the department came and watched the show with you guys.
Yes, and now it was amazing because we've just come such a long way in a short period of time, and everyone's kind of embraced the ideas and what it is we're trying to do, and just to have everyone there was it's a huge event, and obviously my team is very deserving, and now they're going to have an opportunity to show exactly what they've worked so hard for all year. After
sweeping Purdue, it really is a quick turnaround, only a couple days of practice, and then you go out to Columbia, Missouri, where you guys are going. So what are some of the things you're working on in practice this week? Well,
just really trying to stay focused on, we still need to take things one game at a time, not letting your nerves get the best of you, because it can be very emotional for the first time when you go to regionals, and just trying to keep them in the flow of what we've been doing. So really we're kind of doing a little bit of the same things. The difficult part is that, for the last 7 weeks, we've prepared for the same team. Like, we knew who we were going to play Saturday and Sunday. We knew every week going in who we were playing, and it was easy to prepare. Now you have to prepare for 3 different teams. So it's kind of, in that sense, it's a little bit difficult. But, right now, all I can worry about is beating DePaul.
DePaul is a good squad up there from the Big East. They were on a 16-game win streak. You played them early on in the year. You lost 7-3. Now, in preparing for that matchup, do you focus on Game 7 of the season when you played them in Florida, or do you wipe the slate clean?
I think we wiped the slate clean. We didn't have a real good game and we were in Florida, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So I don't think you can take anything from that game, because we have both come so far from that point till now. And I think it's really just a matter of preparing for what we know about them right now and going in there and playing them. At this point of the game, there isn't, in my opinion, any one team that's more important than any other team. It's the top 64 teams in the country. It says a lot for our program. It says a lot for the other teams that got in, because everyone that is in any regional this weekend is very deserving. So it's just a matter of, we have to prepare for one game at a time, one inning at a time.
Pitching's going to be very crucial in this stretch. You guys have Mello, who recently broke a record for the all-time single-season Big Ten strikeout record. Also, on the DePaul side, we saw Bree Brown, a senior, pitch for them in Game 7 of the season. But they do have Kirsten Verdun, who's been pitching very well, only 3 losses with an ERA just above 2.20. So, again, how do you concentrate on the pitching, not just with yourself, but also on the opposing side, where they're probably going to throw their ace?
Right. Well, and they're going to throw their ace, who's left-handed. So obviously, we've seen a lot of lefty throughout the whole season, because Morgan has thrown some to our team. But it is really just a matter of preparing for them like we've prepared for everyone else, which is you can only control what you can control. We need to go to the plate. We need to look for good pitches. We can't get caught up in trying to do too much. We need to make the game simple and just go at it and try to get some runs early. I think that's a big factor. But all we can do at this point is prepare for one thing at a time, and execution is going to be the name of the game right now, both offensively and defensively. And Morgan needs to have some good games, but we've got to be able to score runs. It really doesn't matter.
It is a tough task, not just for the players, but for yourself and the rest of your coaching staff. You're preparing for DePaul, and that's the type of team that you're really getting your team geared up for, but you're also definitely going to face Missouri or Illinois State, and they're in the other side of this bracket in Columbia, Missouri, and those 2 teams are very good in their own right as well.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's, it didn't matter which regional we went to of the 16 regions, because we were going to get a 1 through 16 seed no matter what, and our 1 through 16 this year are all very good. So yes, Missouri is the number 5 seed, but Illinois State is very good in their own right, or they wouldn't be in the tournament at this time. So it really is preparing for one thing at a time. And obviously we're, gathering scouting and whatnot on all three teams. But right now, for my team's sake, we're preparing for DePaul.
You only have 2 players on this team that have been to the NCAA tournament, in Kelsey Stander, who played with Tennessee, and Morgan Mello with Fresno State. So what's the challenge for you? How do you gear up these girls to play in this tournament ball? How do you change their mindset a little bit?
Well, I don't know that it's changing their mindset. I think we need to try very hard to stay with the same mindset that we've had during this season, which is controlling the controllables. And it is real difficult. I think it's an emotional ride, which is amazing and can be very amazing, but that's something that we have to keep intact. And the only way, obviously, to keep it intact is to be aware of it. So we've talked about it a little bit, not dwell on it, but, try to understand exactly what it is we're doing and where we are in our process.
All right, Coach, best of luck. I know it's going to be a fun ride.
Thanks, Dave.
On behalf of Coach Michelle Gardner, our videographer Nate Weekers, I'm Dave Leno. Best wishes, everyone.